everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Park Feme. My name is Veda.
And I'm Kika.
And today we're going to be going over kind of preseason testing, how that all went, kind of our thoughts as we head into the Australian Grand Prix to kick off this season here. I think I watched a little more than Kika did, so I'm going to go through the stats. I'll let you know my favorite parts of pre-testing too, because there were some pretty good parts. And then we'll kind of, I guess, just discuss what we're hopeful for with Australia. But okay, so the preseason testing, the one that was available to public, of course, was the first week was, I think, 3 4-hour sessions, and then the second week was 3 8-hour sessions. I thought I was going to be so bored through the 8-hour sessions. I had so much fun watching. Just seeing, like, the chaos. I felt really bad for Aston Martin, and you'll know why in a minute, but everything else, it was just so fun to see, like, all the different components that they were testing out. It was fun to see kind of like the behind the scenes, and I've never watched the testing before. I don't even know if they've done it in the past, because I always pop in, like, 2 or 3 races into the season. I think Monaco's usually the first race that I actually watch. I know it was the first one I watched last year. So, and then last year I think you joined in with me at Monaco, no? Or maybe Miami? Yeah, because the Lego car is Miami, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I joined in after Lego Cars because you made me watch.
Okay.
You
I
literally
did make you
like,
watch.
Yo, come watch this.
Because it was cute.
Okay.
I need
and then
them,
I was like, oh my god, they're having so much fun.
I need them to do something like that this year in Miami too, like another Lego car. I just need them to do more, like, ridiculous mini races, because it's a nice break from watching them be all, like, competitive. And honestly, I get sick of all of the penalties that get handed out, so it's funny to watch them crash into each other for, like, no repercussion. Okay. Bahrain testing. So these are the statistics for the second week. I think it is for, like, overall, right? So our fastest lap was set by Charles Leclerc at a minute 31.992. Second fastest was actually Kimi Antonelli on day 2. So Charles set the fastest overall lap the third day, but the second day Kimi held a 1 minute 32.8 for, I think, the whole day. I think he said it in the morning. And yeah, he kept that. And then it was Oscar, then Lando, then Max, then George, Lewis, Pierre, Ollie, Gabby, Franco, Nico, Arvid, Esteban, Isaac, Carlos, Liam, Alex, Valtteri, Sergio, Lance, and then Fernando. So that's the order of the fastest laps. Which, I won't lie to you, I didn't even think I was gonna see Fernando and Lance anywhere close, but they were around the minute 36 mark. It's a little rough. Just to give you an idea of the discrepancies here, the fastest 4, so Charles, Kimi, Oscar, Lando, they're all within a second of each other, and then everybody else is within 1.5 to 3 seconds of each other. It's I don't think it's a really accurate, because, like, they kept explaining throughout testing, they kept saying, like, oh, well, no, we look like we're the fastest, but we're worried about these guys. And everyone was kind of, like, shifting who the favorite was around. But I will say, Ferrari is looking really good. I don't want to get too hopeful as a Ferrari fan, but, like, they do look good. They also drove a pretty decent amount. Like, the total laps, I think I'm really happy that Arvid had the most. He had 240 laps over the testing period. which is great because he can get acclimated to being in the car. And considering his lap time, I don't think he did too bad. I mean, he fell 13th, and he was above Liam. So I think he might have a good season. I'm kind of excited for it.
Surely he does.
Yeah, surely. But yeah, the total laps done by each driver. I'm not going to go through each specific driver and how many laps they did, but Lindblad, Russell, Piastri, Ocon, Verstappen, Leclerc, they all did 200 plus.
Cool.
And then I think everybody except for Stroll and Alonso were in the 100 to 199 range. Alonso did 96 laps and Stroll did 32.
Stroll's just not in it.
No, it was their car. They cannot get the
That
car
too.
to work. During testing, I remember seeing like reports come out that Honda was like, yeah, like we understand some of this like so super well, but we're struggling with other parts, and like that's not what you want to hear. I can't remember if it's the electronic part is what they're struggling with or if it's the actual combustion part, but one of those halves of the engine, they just aren't, it's not clicking. To the point where I saw today, and I don't know if it's true, but they might have to pull out of Australia.
I have been seeing that.
Yeah, I guess probably should have looked up if it was true beforehand, but
or something about joining for a formation lap.
Yeah, like they were gonna have to. I was gonna say like race. I think I saw the exact thing was they were gonna join for the formation lap, and then a few laps, and then they were gonna have to retire the cars. That's crazy. I really hope that Honda can get it together because when you look at the engines, right? So Mercedes is supplying quite a few engines. Um, those engines got a total of like 1,500 laps to see how those engines are doing. Ferrari, between Ferrari, Haas, and Cadillac, right? Are they supplying anybody else? I think that's it.
I think that's it.
I think that's it. They got 990, and then Ford, Red Bull, Powertrain, whatever they're calling it, got 730. Audi got 357, and Honda in the Aston Martin got 120. So they didn't even get much in to tell them what could be wrong with the car. So yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be an insane first race too, because I think, did you see like clips of Lewis Hamilton's launch during the practice start?
Yes.
It looks
You made me
good.
watch it.
I did. Okay, good.
You literally said I don't even think I was like half awake. I might have been half asleep and you're like, wake up, and I'm like, why? You're like, we're watching this. And I said, okay, hold on.
I am so impressed by it. It looked,
and no, it was insane.
So good. And it was like Lewis, who was struggling last year to acclimate to Ferrari. I mean, it feels good to watch him do something like that. And then it just makes you think, what is this Ferrari capable of? That paired with like how innovative they're getting over there, because that 180-degree front wing, I know the data came out and said that it's counterproductive, but it was such a good idea. Like, at least to try it, like it works like an
They're
airplane.
Saying it's counterproductive because they don't want to admit it was right.
Well, no, it's counterproductive, I think, because it doesn't decrease the amount of drag consistently. I think I can't.
It's just a little. It's too slow.
Yeah, and I think that's the issue. And I think they said, somebody tweeted out like the data of it, and they had the explanation, and it was something along the lines of like, there's too much pliability in that part of the wing. So when it's flipping over, it's just too unpredictable or something like that. But if they could make that work, I mean, it looked so cool. I would love to see more parts like that, on like more moving parts on the car like that. But I think that there's probably a lot of complexity and making sure that it's not like um I don't know, like aesthetic piece, you know? Like the
Right. And
because
to be fair, one wrong hit
yeah.
and that entire thing is gone and they lose all their, like, obviously a bad hit's going to be a bad hit,
Yeah,
but
but like if somebody rear ends them or whatever, like if something happens, I'm sure there are parts like that that are a lot more sensitive to damage than others.
Mhm.
So, I mean, really, who knows? But
I mean, look at videos from like years ago of like the front wing got damaged. Like, oh wait, you're actually going faster. We found our
mhm.
problem. But then you're like, oh, we
Yeah.
lost our back ring. We're fucking cooked.
Yeah. I overheard some people talking. I went to for the listeners. I went to the grand opening IndyCar race this past weekend. And I overheard people talking about stuff like that, where I think somebody ran into a wall in front of us. I think it was Stingray Rob, is what they were calling him. I don't know much about IndyCar, but he ran into the wall in front of where we were sitting, and everyone was like, "Ooh!" And then there was a guy who was like, "Maybe he'll go faster." Such a good comment. But yeah, honestly, going to that IndyCar race made me so excited for Australia. It's not even funny. And I got to meet Formula One fans, so I got to talk a lot about Formula One, and so I'm just so hyped now.
Dude, getting those pictures was honestly so great to live vicariously through you.
Mm-hmm. The
Especially like while I've been down, I've been like, oh my god,
Yeah.
look at her go. Look at her
It was
go.
really, really fun. And I will say, as far as like the experience goes, so here's the reason I never went to a race before, right? I went to drag races, but drag races, you see it all, right? Like you stand somewhere in the middle, you watch them start, they go past you, and then you watch them end, right? And you know what happens the whole time. My thought process was at a race, if you're sitting in front of a straightaway or you're sitting in front of a corner or whatever, you see that part of it and then nothing. But let me tell you, my father and I had so much fun.
I love your
We were
dad.
we were sitting there. He got his phone up. So him and his business partner had like work clients out, and all of us were gathered around his cell phone because he pulled the race up. And then we were on the rooftop of a garage of the yacht club in St. Petersburg because what is my
Why not?
life? Yeah. And he had his phone perched on the edge of the parking garage, and then all of us were crowding around it, and so we would talk and then we would watch the cars come around, and then like we would see a yellow flag because we could have one of the light indicators was like right at the corner, so we would see that it said yellow flag, and then we would be listening in and we'd be like, oh no, they crashed, and then it was just so fun, like the living in the moment of like getting to see the cars come around and then seeing on the screen and all that stuff. I mean, there came a point where Alex Palou, who's like the favorite in he's the Max Verstappen of IndyCar, I think. I think that's where we're at. Um, he came around and it was everybody else I think had pitted and he stayed out and he was in first. And he came around, and then the car behind him, whoever it was, came around, and it was like a 2 second gap. But then the next time he came around, and that other car came around, it was like a 4 second gap. And me and my dad look at each other, and we're like, we gotta start counting. So then every time that he would come around the corner, you'd hear me and my dad going, one,
One,
two,
two.
three, and we were calculating how much he gained per lap because it's just fun. It makes me want to go to more because it's like
Yes, please.
I will die on the hill that the best place to watch a race is from your couch. I will die on that hill because you get to see everything, you get all of the updates or whatever. But every once in a while, sitting there, the sound, man, my dad was laughing at me as we were walking up because I was like recording just the sound of the cars because it like when it echoes over the harbor, it it's so nice. It's such a beautiful noise. And those things are still full combustion, I think. So they sound awesome. Um But yeah, it was a blast. It made me so excited for Australia. And it made me think a little more too about things like tire strategy, because I feel like when you see it happen in person, like us watching Alex Palou wait and then push on his tires and then pit, and then that's how he ultimately won. I was like, damn, you like when you're in person and you see that difference in time, it really does make you think about like, why did no one else go with this strategy? So now I'm determined. I think I have to work in motorsports. There's no other option for me.
Let's go.
There's no other option. Um, but
Let's go.
I'm getting off track. With Australia.
No, we're still on track.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we're still within the realm of motorsports. So
we're on track. It's fine. Did you not hear that the Formula One's opening a new street circuit in St. Petersburg?
Oh, I would shit myself, especially if it was the same setup, because I can just go to that. But yeah, there's like this excitement that I have for Australia now, just because I kind of realized Mercedes does look really good. Like I think it's a George Russell year. I regrettably, my dad told me I called Lando last year at the very beginning of the season. So he was like, I think you can figure out who's going to be world champion this year. Because he said, he was like, I remember we were sitting in the basement watching the race, and you looked at me and you said, I think Lando's going to be the world champion this year. And I was like, did I? And he goes, yeah. And it was Miami. That's why we didn't watch Miami together. I watched it with my dad. He was like, it was like Miami that you said it. So he's like, so now I'm kind of trusting your judgment. I don't know who's going to be world champion, but I'm probably going to believe whoever you say. And I was like, I think it's a George year. I do.
Counter argument.
Yeah.
Counter argument.
Charles got married.
Every Ferrari winner was married. Charles, so you know, Charles is like, wait a second.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think?
He said, Alex, please. Alex, we gotta do this now.
The season's going really well, Alex. Can we just get hitched real quick? The superstition.
Exactly.
And she was like, can we have a better wedding next year? He said, yeah, babe, I need to uphold tradition. And she said, fine. But while we're on the note of that, okay, you guys, my phone is off during the flight, right? It's not off, it's on airplane mode. I said, I'm not gonna purchase internet or whatever. What could happen between now and the 2 hours I'm on the flight? I turn on my phone and it's Kika, and she's sending me, Charles is married. Look at this. Alex and Charles are married. And I'm like, 2 hours? I'm gone 2 hours? And these guys elope? But I'm really happy for them. And I hope that does give him, whatever Ferrari magic. Because I want it to be a Ferrari year, but I feel like the more that I sit here and I go, it could be, like, this is lining up. I'm just going to be so gutted if it's not a Charles year.
It's going to be Charles year.
No, don't say that, man. You're going to
now you're saying it to me. It's not like you're just saying it in thin air. You're saying it to your best fucking friend. Therefore, it's going to be a Charles year.
Okay. I will say, I made my first ever sports bets this year, and I put money down now that Charles is going to win the world championship.
I'm just saying.
I did it. I literally blind picked. I said, who do I think wants it the most this year? And I was going to go with George. And then I said, you know what? Let's take the gamble. It's year of the horse. Let's go Charles. And so I'm kind of hoping maybe that pays off, because I'll win some good money. Be a nice little paycheck for believing in Scuderia Ferrari. The brand.
No, but they did great in all aspects for testing. So,
I know. I don't think I saw, besides Aston Martin, I don't think I saw any big issues with anybody's car. Like, everyone was able to get out there, like, and honestly, with the 2026 changes, it's impressive to me to just have a car that works out there on the grid. Like, I think what I say, like, everybody was, besides Aston Martin, was above 100 laps, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's more than the Bahrain race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um I mean, yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that all the cars look as good as they do. Um I do wonder what's going to happen throughout the season though, because I know one of the news things that I came across was the compression rate
Mm-hmm.
thing, the Mercedes crap. Um there
And
was
the
like
heat issues.
there was some sort of agreement that was struck, and I don't know what that is. I didn't look too much into it. But it just makes me wonder, like, throughout the season with upgrade packages and everything, like, I would love to see. Honestly, I'm okay with George winning. I'm okay with Charles winning. I would love it if Kimmy won.
Mm.
Um, I'm okay with I'm okay with McLaren winning. I kind of I'm I mean, I'm proud of Lando and I love Lando. I'm glad he won. But I just
Franco
I
Colapinto.
You know what? Yeah, I want Franco to win. Let's give him some love. He deserves it. Um,
Or a Carlos win.
a Carlos win would send me over the edge. I would
A
cry.
Carlos one would make Ferrari just go
A
like
a
cry.
a Carlos win would be great, but a Carlos win with Williams will literally make me cry. Just because like the story there is so good, right? Ferrari, one of the most loved and respected teams in all of Formula One, the original Formula One team, the only one left on the grid from the original days. And they drop Carlos for Lewis Hamilton, who then struggles, and Carlos is sent to Williams, and then Williams wants to make some major changes to like bring the team back into being, a strong front running team. If they were to win and Carlos were behind that, that is such a phenomenal story. And I love him. Like he's such a talented driver. He Half the reason that he was great at Ferrari was because he took things into his own hands, right? They would say, "Hey, come in." He'd be like, "No, I'm staying out. The tires are fine." Like he knows what he's doing and he's a great driver and I think he deserved more time in a front running team, but McLaren couldn't do it for him. Ferrari couldn't do it for him. I don't think he stayed at Red Bull long enough to know
Right.
if they could have helped him. But I mean, when you're up against Max, what are you gonna do, right? So I mean, um, but yeah, I think maybe if none of them worked out for him, maybe his best option is to go with a team that has potential and help them rise through the
Build.
ranks. Yeah, help them build up. And I think that makes for a great story too. Like, I think that's half the reason I became a Ferrari fan. Like, hearing Charles talk about wanting to bring Ferrari back into being like the Formula One team, like bringing them back up to their glory days of winning constructors championships and winning driver championships. And, I was like, yeah, I want to see you do that too. And now I feel that with Carlos. Um, so yeah, I'm excited for this season. I think Australia is going to be crazy. I think McLaren might take it if we're being honest. I'd love to see Oscar win. I'd love to see him get a home race win. Um but I think they do well in Australia. I think Lando picked it up last year, right? And
Right.
I think Oscar was going to, but he got taken out if I remember correctly. Or maybe I don't remember if there was a collision or not, but I know that he ended up off track and he lost his lead. Um, and then I think Mercedes did pretty well last year, so I think one of them will probably take it. I would probably put my money on McLaren. Um, but I think it'll be interesting to see the starts. Like, because there's this whole thing, right, about they were talking about how they're going to have to change the way the races start because it takes longer to reach that optimal rev or whatever. So I think it'll be interesting to see how they start them. I think it'll be interesting to see how many yellow flags we might run into with car issues, because I think they could do 3, 4, 5 more weeks of testing and there's still going to be issues within these cars. I mean, no one's ever built a Formula One car that's 50-50 like this. And Australia is the real test, so I guess we'll see. Because there's no
There's
hey,
no
run
data.
it. There's no run it for 15 laps and then come back in and we'll change some things around. It's, Parc Fermé. You're gonna go. I said Parc Fermé instead of Fermé.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
it's happening.
That's
Uh,
right. We're gonna
Parc.
have a whole thing named after us, and it's not even gonna be proper French.
Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, they head into Parc Fermé and then they can't change the car, right? So whatever happens in Australia, that's our first glimpse at how the longevity of a setup for one of these cars. And I'm really excited.
I'm I'm just excited to see what happens. Like it's at this point, from what training's telling us and from what everything else we're seeing, it's anyone's game.
Yeah. I think
At this point, it's not even a who's the better driver, who's the better manufacturer. It's who is first two
who's
races. I'm gonna say
ready.
it.
Yeah.
Who's ready and who knows how to read the bullshit.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Like yeah, like who knows how to work around these rules and regulations within the
conserve
allotted
battery,
time.
build battery,
Yeah, yeah.
who can charge. Like, oh,
I think the overtaking mode and all of that is going to be so fun to see in use. Because for anybody who doesn't know, for this new set of rules, regulations, and everything for 2026, the drivers are, because it is 50-50, they have this battery that they can use for overtake mode. So I believe there is 3 buttons or maybe like 3 settings, and they can control them however they like in the steering wheel. But there's the boost, which gives the maximum power, and it can be used either in one go or across one lap for both like attack and defense. And then there's overtake mode, which is essentially your extra power, kind of like DRS. It's your little boost of power. Um, and I think the overtake mode is where the front and rear wing open up, right? And then
possibly.
I think that because they were gonna call it like X mode and Z mode or
Mm,
something like that, and they've changed it so much that I think that they've just stuck with overtake mode, and that's what that is. But then also there's the recharge, which is like it basically harvests the energy by underbraking, um, or in corners when it can apply like partial power and it recharges the rest. So those 3 components are going to be super interesting over the length of a race, because naturally in testing we get to see a little bit of use of them, but it's kind of like DRS in qualifying, where it's like they can use it regardless, so that they can get those times in, or test everything out or whatever. But to see it in actual use for like attack and defense, and it's just going to be so interesting. I can't wait.
I'm so excited. It's on Saturday night for us, technically, right? Saturday night to
um
Sunday a.m.
yeah, I think it starts at midnight for us. No, wait, actually,
Thank God.
thanks to our lovely Discord, it starts at 10 p.m. Central Time.
Eastern
No,
on
11
Saturday
p.m.
or Sunday.
Saturday. So
I love that
11
for us.
p.m. for you. Yeah, that's gonna be
God,
great.
that's gonna be so great for me for Monday.
Now, what
Oh
is
God.
going to suck is that the Chinese Grand Prix after that is gonna start at 3 a.m. your time. Um, and
Okay,
it
but
is,
like to be fair, I'm not at work, and it's not like we're not up till then anyways.
yeah, it's also a sprint weekend, which means we get, you know,
2 races.
2 races, which will be fun. I was shocked to see that there was a sprint race so soon, but I don't think that's the first time it's happened. Like I said, I think I just usually I'm not in until like Monaco.
Right.
And that's like the sixth or seventh race or something like that. So, uh, it'll be fun for me to start this season like from scratch. I just even last year, and I think I told you this last year when you started watching with me. I've always struggled with the season coming up and wanting to get into it enough to like watch the first race and not just, push it to the back burner and say, well, I'll catch the next race or whatever. Um, because it's the time, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's finding the interest to be like, okay, I'm gonna watch this race from 10 o'clock at night all the way until midnight and, not do anything else with my friends or not, do anything productive. I'm gonna watch people drive around in circles, but I've gotten pretty good at dividing my attention between doing something else and watching a race, or I've gotten really good at wanting to watch the full race. Um, I think my interest is just built up over the years.
I'll tell you,
So
I sat there the entire Las Vegas race, and I was like, "Oh my fucking
I
god!" I
know,
couldn't look
yeah.
away.
I it's
And then we sat there and we watched the entire Abu
I
Dhabi
don't want to talk about it.
last
It's
race.
so boring. Not one yellow or not one red flag, not one safety car. Are you kidding me?
Dude, I should have gone back
I
to
wanted
bed.
so much more from that first turn of the first lap. I wanted so much more for that.
We all did.
Uh, but
And for
no,
me,
I
my floor
do.
for that shit.
I love all of the memes that are coming out where it's like if you're gonna lose, lose like Max, whereas the win,
Mm-hmm.
lose by winning. Um, but yeah, I wonder how he'll do this season. I wonder if he even cares.
Mm.
I feel like I know he was behind a lot of the development with the team for the car. Like I know that he's helped them from the start develop it. But with all of his like disdain for how much electrical work is in it, and all of the talk about 24-hour Le Mans and 24-hour Nürburgring and all that stuff, it makes you wonder if he's gonna stick around past whatever I think his contract ends this year, right?
Mm.
This year or
I mean,
next
I would
year.
love for him to stay.
Yeah, I'd love for him to stay too, but if he went on to do 24-hour circuits with Vettel, I would not mind watching that. I think that would be a lot of fun. And I think it would drive a lot of people to the 24-hour circuits, which, not to say that they're lacking in viewership, but I think it would be a good upper in viewership for them because it's a phenomenal time, and like the commentators for the 24-hour circuit races are amazing. I like when they get slap happy at night and they start saying the wild out of pocket crap. So yeah, I wonder what his season will be like. I wonder what Nando's last season will be like. I'm sorry, by the way. I'm grieving for you.
It's fine. It's fine.
And if he's out the door, I wonder how long Lewis will be out the door. The one of the we when we were out at the race, one of my dad's clients had his son, and his son told me, I think if Lewis were to win the championship this year, he would be done. And I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, I agree with you, actually. The kid was smart when it came to Formula One. He was good. He also, his dad said that if we ever need a stat man, he's really good at
Right.
stats.
Yeah. 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 Yo,
um,
let's go.
but yeah, he said that, and I was like, dang, you know what? You're kind of right, though. Like, I think if he
This kid's spitting
yeah,
facts.
if he honestly, if he does good this season, he may. just be ready to bow out. And I think because a while back, I think he said that he would retire when Fernando retired, but I don't know if that was a serious
A
comment or not.
joke, right? If
Yeah.
someone was like, "When are you
Um,
retiring?" He's like, "When
yeah.
Fernando retires,"
Because I would,
because the joke is Fernando's never
yeah,
leaving.
yeah, and I think I would say the same thing. I would, because like Fernando is the Hugh Jackman's Wolverine to me. You know, he's
Mm.
going to be doing this till he's 90.
Oh jeez, I don't know. This year Fernando might be out.
I think he is. I think he said it's his last
Oh,
season.
unless
If
something
I
changes with the next 3 races.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I believe he said it's his last season. And I think um we were talking about this at IndyCar and I think we came to the conclusion that it'll probably be Colton Herta, who is the IndyCar driver that is back up for Cadillac, right?
Mhm.
Um he's probably going to take Bottas's place, I think. Because I think Bottas was more than happy to be part of Cadillac, but I think that he might be nearing the point where he's like, yeah, I just want to go back to Australia and like be an Aussie,
Right.
like just
He
live
was like,
my life.
I'll take a spot because I know Cadillac just wanted seasoned drivers.
Yeah. Well, and Lewis was talking about I saw a clip of him talking about how he's got this dream of like hiking the Himalayas, or he's got a dream of that being like the next portion of his life. And I was like, well, that you can't stick around here for much longer, man. You're gonna be in your 50s climbing the Himalayas. What do you mean?
Oh, insane. He could do it though.
Yeah. I think I see Fernando leaving this year. Maybe Bottas or Checo, whichever one gives up their spot. Well, I guess they won't be giving it up, but whichever one is traded out for Colton.
Unless they have a contract that we don't know about.
True, yeah. I think both of them do have like secret contracts. Like I don't think it was released if it was a 1 year or multi-year contract, but I don't know. I'm excited to have them on the grid again. Honestly, that's the one thing that I'm holding on to with Cadillac is that I get to watch Checo drive, I get to watch Bottas drive, I get to see them in the annoying F1 media content. Like it'll be great. Speaking of, I think we have a video to watch because the clip that I saw of Lewis looked like it was from like a not Grill the Grid, but it had like that background,
Mm-hmm.
like
And
when the
meet the drivers.
oh yeah, probably was the Meet the Drivers video. Oh, we have to freaking watch Drive to Survive, dude. We said we're gonna do it. We're gonna
Yay!
do it. um,
Yay! No, no,
yeah.
don't take my yay as lack of enthusiasm. I do really want to watch it.
We could probably do that this weekend
I'm
if you
dying.
want.
I'm fucking dying.
Kika's actually in an excruciating amount of pain, which is why that's why you're hearing me yap a lot, is I'm saving her the pain.
Long story short, I need a root canal and I can't get one till Monday.
Oh, you do need a root canal?
Oh yeah, they gave me a whole I'm on antibiotics, dude, and like they're loading.
No.
I need 4 capsules
Was it one of those like a cavity at the base of your gums that you just didn't know about, or
No, so total segue, mini segue. I've had this tooth that has had an issue for a long time because I was on SSRIs and Zoloft for a good portion of my teenage life, so it rotted my mouth to
mental
crap.
health, yay.
Yippee! So it rotted my mouth to crap. So like, yeah, this one tooth of yours, it's on the verge of needing a if this piece of if this last defense of enamel, which was like so thin, gets
Mm-hmm.
gets crossed, you're gonna need a root canal. And they've been telling me this for like 9 years now.
Yeah.
So the Reaper finally came to call
I see.
this weekend.
So rather than do
Preemptively do shit about it.
yeah, rather than do preventative dental care on you,
I
they
already
just
have a full set of veneer crowns on my front teeth.
oh really?
Like, oh girl, we'll go. I'll tell you all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But so, long story short, the Reaper finally came to call this weekend, and I couldn't get in until today, for an emergency visit. So I've been sitting with this since Thursday.
Oh,
So today I'm like, it's a front tooth too, so like I can't even like talk because my lips is just
oh,
pretty.
that's so I'm so sorry that your dentist didn't do something like preventatively, like
Well,
that they.
they're like, look, we need a root canal. Get to the doctor. Oh, it actually the X-rays kind of were a little wrong. Like you were actually okay.
Oh
You still got
my
some
god.
left. And I was like, cool.
But like you would think that they would be like, "Oh, you could still do it if you want to, so you don't have to do it later." Like they're just
Right. Or like
cuz it
I've
sounds like
already
they're just
missed.
delaying the inevitable.
I already had to have two teeth filled, replaced with bridges. Just pull the
Yeah.
tooth and put it in.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Damn, your SSRIs did that much to your mouth?
Yeah.
Medicine is
SSR,
wild.
well, remember, SSRIs and Zoloft because I had been on antidepressants since I was 11.
Oh my
So 11 to
god.
20, 11 to 22.
Cuz that shreds your enamel, right?
Well, it doesn't necessarily shred your enamel. It gives you dry mouth. So you don't have the saliva to protect the teeth. So, drinking soda,
Oh.
eating citrus, having candy.
Oh.
Tell that to a 16-year-old pulling all-nighters to do homework.
And not only that, but it's not, I mean, you could have brushed your teeth 6 times a day, but if you're not,
Right.
that's crazy.
If you don't have the saliva to protect your teeth, you're screwed.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm fucking dying.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry for my language. I'm like at a 9 out of 10 on the pay scale, and Tylenol's not touching it anymore. And I'm like, listen. She's like, we could put out a different episode. I'm like, no, listen, we have a schedule. We have to stick to the schedule. I will figure it out. I will die on this hill.
Funny. It's so
I'll see you in a week.
I appreciate your dedication to the podcast because
we've
I
been
have
pushing off
been
recording for 2 weeks, man.
well, I've been pushing it off because I just don't want you to be in pain.
We have no choice. We don't have a choice.
Oh my god. Okay.
See, but at least like, we're chill. We're fine.
We're so cool. We're so chill. We're so fine.
Listen, something's gonna happen. It's fine. I'm gonna go take some Tylenol. I'm gonna pass out after this.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You won't see me till Monday.
That's so funny.
I'll let my sister record it for you so you can see me being
there you go.
Absolutely insane.
I think it would actually be so fun to record with your sister.
Dude, I love my sister.
I
showed her the pictures today because F1 released the headshots.
Oh,
today.
okay.
I showed her them. She essentially played Smash or Bash.
That's so funny. Did you tell her which ones are? You're like, no, you can't have that one. You can't have it.
No, I let her go.
Run free. Nice.
I let her run free.
Oh, that's so funny.
And she like had a blast that she goes, ooh. And I was like, ooh. She's like, I was like, yeah.
I think we could get her hooked. If only for
She finally has internet now, so like we're Gucci now.
We may not be the types of girls who get into Formula One because we think the drivers are hot, but we could definitely get your sister hooked off that part. And then get her to like.
That is kind of the sinker for me too. I was
okay.
Like, ooh.
Yeah,
partially, I'm a 50-50 girl.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were into the. It's so funny too because when I was initially talking to my brother about it, right? I would make comments about some of the guys, and then we were watching something, and I was like, "Who is that?" And he was like, "That's so and so," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know them without their helmets on." He's like, "You've never seen the drive?" I was like, "They don't show themselves in the cars and shit. Like, maybe on the podium, if I stick around for that part, I'll see who they are." I was like, "But no, I haven't really paid attention." And I think he was shocked to find that I didn't get into it because the only one I knew was Daniel Ricciardo. It was the only face I knew without a helmet on because I loved him. But I think he was shocked to figure that out. And like, truthfully, it was just because I watched highlights and they don't show many helmetless drivers during the highlights, right? So I got into it based off of, except I did pick favorites based off of helmet designs. That was the thing that I did. Because I was like, I saw, I think Fernando's helmet maybe back in 2019 or 2020 or something.
Oh,
And I said, oh,
Fernando.
I like that helmet. I hope he does good. And then, not so great, but. Do you have like a favorite helmet design?
I mean, okay. We probably won't see too much of it, but the one I've seen so far, I mean, I've seen a couple, but I'm absolutely in love with Guan Yu's.
Oh, I haven't seen his
No,
actually.
you did. I sent it to you, and I went, holy shit, because it's purple
Oh, right,
and
right, right, right.
flowery.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the porcelain.
It is pretty. I kind of like have you seen Lance's? I don't
No.
know if it's the same one he's been using, but it's really sleek and I kind of like it. Like it's just like,
Ignore my
well,
tippy tapping.
as as far
So
as I
sorry.
can tell, it's just black with like these like sleek like
Yeah.
faded stripes on the bottom.
I like Charles. I like Gasly. Colapintos looks really cool.
Colapintos looks great.
Ocon's looks great. I'm mad at Carlos for his helmet, so we're not going to talk about it.
Because it doesn't have sparkles or
Yeah.
what? That's actually kind of funny. Let me
I
see
like
if I can...
Albon's.
I love Lando's. I think I'll
Yeah, no,
always
I
like
see Stroll's now.
Lando's.
Stroll's looks really good.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I like Liam's too because it's so pretty and pink.
I like Hulkenberg's. Gasly's looks nice too.
Gasly's the full baby blue, right?
Otas is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the full baby blue too. I I feel like the helmets to me, I don't know. I'm weirdly into the design stuff this year. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm weirdly into like how the liveries are designed. I'm super excited for like the special liveries we're going to get. And I think if we're being honest, I think that comes from the Cadillac testing livery because it was one of the most beautiful I had ever seen. So I think maybe it just sparked this whole thing. And also, I'm really, really hoping there's going to be a Kit Kat Cadillac somewhere in the future. I really do need that. Um, but I think it's just one of those things where it's like I never really paid attention before, but now because there's so many similar colors on the grid, it makes me like want to see them do something to really differentiate themselves. I love your clickety clacky on the no, it's just very funny.
Those look at helmets.
But really quick for you guys because I think we'll probably wrap it up here soon. So I just want to give you all of the information for the Australia Grand Prix in case you would like to watch. It happens if you're in the States, it is Saturday, but it's Sunday, March 8th. That's the Australian Grand Prix. It's going to be at Albert Park in Melbourne. It's going to be our first race of the season. For those of you who are in the States, it's going to be broadcasted on Apple, but you can still use your Formula One TV application. I learned that recently. And it'll be 10 p.m. Central Time for the United States. So hopefully we'll have a really good race. We'll get to see what all these cars can do. We'll get to see. I think Albert Park is a really good place to test out these cars for a first race. You have a lot of high speed turns, a lot of chances for overtaking and straightaways, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait personally.
Isn't
You
there?
could just fall back into your chair.
No, don't worry about it. The baby gate. I heard the baby gate fall because the cats are fucking
Hey,
Isn't there a rumor about Netflix taking over a couple shows too?
I don't know. I don't know what the deal with it is. Something I did hear about though is that there are going to be a few races that are put in IMAX. Like in
So
theaters.
okay, so Ash, I
Are
need
you
you to get
flying
your
up or am I flying down?
Ash, I'm flying up because there's no IMAX reasonably where Ash,
Oh,
I need
true.
you to get your training under control so that way I can leave you with somebody or you can come with me. You
Hey,
come with me to Chicago.
do
Are you gonna eat are you gonna eat Nelson?
Oh my god.
Don't bite your friends.
Do you want to hear some fun facts about Australia?
Yes, please.
The length the length of the track is 300, like the race length for the total of it, right? Is 306 kilometers, which is about 190 miles. It has held 88 races, which I think is insane. It's the founded date is in 1996. I don't know if we were racing in Australia before then, but evidently the track was founded in 1996. 58 lap race, and the most wins from a constructor there is Ferrari with 14 wins.
Mm.
So, question mark?
Question mark?
Question mark? Another fun fact about Australia, and one of the reasons that I would love to see Oscar win, is because there's something called the home curse at Albert Park. Despite having several Australian drivers compete, I don't think that they've ever officially had somebody stand on the podium in Australia. They've never had an Australian driver on the podium in Australia. Daniel Ricciardo was the first to come close because he finished in second back in 2014, but he was disqualified after the race.
No.
Yeah. Also, another fun fact about it, Lewis Hamilton holds the record of most pole positions there with eight pole positions.
Ooh.
Current lap time record is set by Charles Leclerc at a minute 19.8. And it is a notorious track for safety cars. It's 50% chance of a safety car and a 67% chance of a virtual safety car.
All right, so I'm putting money down. Got it.
If you have the F1 predictions, I would go ahead and predict there's going to be a safety car. But the run to the first corner is super short. The braking point is actually only 271 meters from the start line. So I think that's why it can be such a chaotic first turn, and maybe why there's a lot of incidents in the first turn. But the track itself is beautiful. Have you seen it? Because you didn't watch with me last year. Well, I didn't watch it last year. Let me show you this picture of it. It's a gorgeous track. I would love to go there for a race.
That does look super pretty.
It's super. I mean, I think Melbourne in general is just super pretty, but yeah, this track is beautiful. It's always so green. It makes me want to be there so bad. Plus, I think it would be so fun to attend the first race of the season. I mean, I just did that for IndyCar and it was a blast, so I can't imagine for Formula One where I actually know everything.
Imagine.
Okay, here it is. I wanted the track length, like in general. It's 5.278 kilometers. Which it I believe 5.28 about, and I think, what would that be in miles? .28 3.2 miles for all of my non kilometer users.
What's a mile?
um Mm. How do I explain this? It's like,
We
you
don't.
know,
What's a mile in American unit? How many
Let's see.
cheeseburgers is that?
How many, yeah, how many cheeseburgers? How many cheeseburgers would be in a mile?
No! Wait, where's B-roll?
You think he could math that out?
100. Not that he could, he would.
Oh
He
my
would sit there
god.
for 40 minutes.
Okay, before we get too off track, we can go ahead and wrap it up. So we hope that you guys enjoy the start of the season as much as we are definitely going to. Next time we talk to you, do we have a break in between China and
No.
I don't think so, right? Yeah, so next
You will
time
get
we
me fresh out of a root canal.
yeah, next time we talk to you, Kika will be one tooth down.
Yeah.
Are you getting an implant?
No, they're just going in and cleaning it out.
Yeah. So Kika will be one tooth down. Will be post Australian Grand Prix and pre Chinese Grand Prix.
Yippee!
Yeah.
And sprint.
And sprint. Yeah, true. So we'll have a lot of coverage for you guys on the race. This one, you guys got a little bit of rambling because we just don't know anything yet. But I'm sure we'll have a lot to go over after the race and a lot to bring into to predict what we may think happen in the Chinese Grand Prix. I'm gonna say, do you want to do like a win prediction every single time? I think I'm gonna put my vote in for Oscar. I want him to win it.
Yeah, I want to say, I'm gonna say, part of me wants to say George.
Okay,
Um,
I like it.
hold on, yeah, because George and Kimmy like absolutely wrecked it the
Yeah.
entire time.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure they did well in Australia last year. I think they came in 3rd and 4th last year. So
I'm
I
gonna
think
say, because I don't want to name names. Not that I don't want to name names. I'm gonna say Mercedes is definitely gonna be in the top 3.
okay. So your prediction is Mercedes in the top 3. I'm gonna say
was
I'm gonna say that Oscar Piastri is gonna win. If he doesn't win, I think he's gonna at least break the home curse. I think he's gonna be on the podium. I want him to be on the podium. Yeah. So that's
I'll
our
give you that.
prediction. So yeah, once again, March 8th, this upcoming Sunday is going to be the Australian Grand Prix. Make sure that you tune in so that you can follow along with us next week as we bring you guys the results. Talk about China. Move on. Hopefully have some good news about Ferrari.
Hopefully have
We'll
some good
see.
news about Aston Martin.
Everything. Oh my god, I know. But we will see you guys next time. Enjoy your race. Goodbye. Ta-ta for now.